Hi, I'm Tom, and this is Adult Game Reviews.
And I come back to you now, at the turn of the tide.
Welcome to a special edition of AGR News. It has happened. The ban apocalypse. We have Steam changing their terms of service to cater to payment processors, we have itch shadow banning grown-up games, and we have some puritanical organizations whose whole goal is to censor anything they don't like. So what is actually happening here? I'll do my best to break down what I know, but I'm also not a journalist, so if you find any more info, post it in the comments. This is an evolving situation, so who knows what will happen next. This all started on July 16th with Steam updating their terms of service and added Rule 15. This rule is formally bending the knee to payment processors like Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal. It states, content that may violate rules and standards set forth by Steam's payment processors and related card networks and banks or internet network providers. In particular, certain kinds of adult-only content. This is intentionally vague, so if any of the payment processors don't like something, that they can dictate to Steam what we as consumers can choose to play. The real consequence of this is Steam can pull any game from anywhere as soon as someone complains. On July 24th, itch shadow banned or de-indexed, as they called it, all not safe for work content on the platform. This is the statement from itch. Recently, we came under scrutiny from our payment processors regarding the nature of some content hosted on itch.io, due to a game titled No Mercy, which was temporarily available on itch.io before being banned back in April. The organization Collective Shout launched a campaign against Steam and itch.io, directing concerns to our payment processors about the nature of certain content found on both platforms. Now, if you think it's just games, you would be wrong. Itch has also pulled many pages dedicated to romance novels as well. Yeah. They're banning books. We are being told what content we can choose to consume as adults because of what the payment processors deem inappropriate. Why do they get to decide what's appropriate? Just take the damn money and move on. But instead, they want to play the moral police. As an aside, if you haven't seen Annie over at SPG's overview of Visa and MasterCard, I will link her video down below. Now, who is the real villain here? To me, it's a 1A, 1B, and 3 kind of category. Sites like itch have no choice but to follow the payment processor's wishes. They are right that without the ability to take payments, the business could fail. That is a huge problem. You have a third-party company deciding what your services your business offers. I'm less sympathetic to Steam because they could buy and sell many countries around the world, and to let themselves be bullied by Visa and MasterCard is sad. This brings up the fact that there aren't enough truly independent payment processors. Many places tried to go the crypto route, but most of those are scams or are too expensive to actually use. That leaves Visa and MasterCard. They functionally have a monopoly. How many companies do you know that do not take Visa and MasterCard? I can't think of any.
In my opinion, I don't think payment processors, especially right now, given the way the market is, should be allowed to decline service for anything that is not illegal.
I never thought I would find myself agreeing with Asmongold, but payment processors are a utility. Imagine your electric company decides to turn off your electricity because they don't like that you watch the latest South Park episode. So my 1B is Visa and MasterCard. Who is my 1A? That's the puritanical groups like Collective Shout, where their whole focus is to censor content that they deem inappropriate. Instead of using their influence and platform to put a stop to human trafficking or drug addiction, they're trying to keep adults from choosing what they can and can't consume. Now, even if you don't like adult games or romance novels, I know the term slippery slope is used a lot, but this is the definition of slippery slope. What's stopping them from banning people that disagree with their political stance? What about preventing anyone that may not agree with their very specific idea of what a relationship looks like? My first thought is going back to the stupid but fun movie Demolition Man, where fatty foods, violence, and non-wholesome music was outlawed. According to Collective Shout's plan,
I'm the enemy because I like to think. I like to read. I'm into freedom of speech and freedom of choice. I want to run through the streets naked with green jello all over my body reading Playboy magazine. Why? Because I suddenly might feel the need to, okay, pal?
Sitting back and doing nothing makes censorship more likely. These nutjob groups are willing to yell at the top of their lungs, so we need to make sure that we yell back. So what can we do? Right now, there are a few petitions you can sign. I would recommend the one from the ACLU. I know that's a US-based organization, but we have to start someplace. You can call your local and state representatives to force people with more power than us to take a look at this censorship. If you're outside of the US, I'm not 100% sure what you can do other than contact your representatives if you live in a place where that is allowed. If you live outside the US, please post in the comments where people can go to hopefully be heard. This affects us all, and it's only a matter of time before it affects something you care about. I have a public post on my Patreon with the links to the petitions. I want to add more to it as time goes on and I learn more about this. I want to thank all my backers on Patreon and Subscribestar. Until next time.